Accounting 302 Video Exercise 2 by Merida Madrama. The problem. On January 1st, 2013, ISU Company had 400,000 common shares outstanding. During 2013, ISU issued additional 10,000 common shares on July 1st and purchased/reacquired 30,000 common shares as treasury stock on October 1st. ISU Company also had 20,000 shares of 8% $10 par cumulative preferred stock. Net income for 2013 was $560,000 and the tax rate was 35%. The first step in calculating basic EPS is to get the weighted average number of shares. To do this, you make this table with the three events that happen: the period, the shares outstanding, and the fraction of the year. And then the total for the weighted average number of shares outstanding for common stock comes to 397,500. So for basic EPS, it equals the net income minus the preferred dividends divided by the weighted average number of shares. In this case, the basic EPS is $1.37. And here are the calculations for that. Now, to calculate diluted EPS, you need the rest of the problem. So here it is. Options were granted in 2012 to purchase 5,000 shares of common stock at $8 per share. The average market price during 2013 was $10. No options were exercised during 2013. The 6% convertible bonds were issued in 2010 at face value of $300,000. The bonds will be converted into common stock at 45 shares per $1,000 bond. The formula for diluted EPS is the following. The numerator is the adjusted net income minus the preferred dividends of the non-convertible, divided by weighted average number of shares plus shares converted from bonds plus shares converted from stock options. And here are the calculations for that. For the adjusted net income, the adjustments are the interest expense times the tax rate. So the adjustments come to $11,700. Added to the net income of $560,000, and you get the adjusted net income of $571,700. Also on the numerator is the preferred dividends. So you take the 20,000 shares times the $10 par times the 8%, and you get $16,000 for preferred dividends, like it was already in the basic EPS. Now for the denominator, the shares, we already have the weighted average number of shares from before the table, and so now we have to calculate the shares from convertible bonds. And here is the calculations for that, and you get the shares of stock to be 13,500. Also in the denominator, you get the shares from stock options, and you take the number of shares issued if options exercised, minus the treasury stock reacquired. And the calculations for the cash proceeds and the treasury stock reacquired are at the bottom. And so you get the shares from options to be 1,000. Now to put it all together, it comes up with $1.35 for the diluted EPS. And that's it. Thank you for listening.